What's up, everyone? Welcome to the April 9th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, you get one free month of Awesemo plus Platinum when you sign up and make a deposit at Prize Picks. Be sure to use the code Awesemo to receive a 100% first deposit bonus up to $100. We only have a 3-game NBA slate tonight. It starts an hour earlier than usual, so be prepared for that. This is also the final NBA tournament plays video of the season. I will be back with MLB tournament plays videos starting next week, so be sure to check those out if you're playing MLB DFS. But for tonight, one more video talking about the NBA. Going to go through the top 3 tournament options since it is only a 3-game slate. Starting at number 3, Reggie Jackson, $6,100 price tag. The Clippers don't have anything to play for, but we do know that they're trying to get everything set rotation-wise for the postseason. Paul George missed a lot of time. Now he's back. You also have Norman Powell back. He played 22 minutes off the bench last game. I don't know if he'll play off the bench or join the starting lineup tonight, but either way, I do expect pretty healthy minutes for the Clippers just because they are trying to get everything worked out before the postseason starts. Reggie Jackson has averaged 0.9 DraftKings points per minute and 33.3 minutes per game in the games he's played with Paul George this season. He's projected for 25% ownership with a 28% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Number 2, Draymond Green, $6,000 price tag. Favorable matchup taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Green has averaged 1.06 DraftKings points per minute this season. He's likely to give you 28 to 30 minutes if tonight's game is competitive. Golden State does still have something to play for. It's not the most important game for them, but they are still battling with Dallas for seeding in the West, whether they end up being the 3 seed or the 4 seed. San Antonio is resting most of their or all of their main players tonight. So it's an even better matchup than usual for Golden State. And at $6,000, Green's projected to go a little bit under owned. We currently have him projected for 26% ownership with a 31% chance of being in the optimal lineup. And number 1, going back to the Clippers in their favorable matchup against the Sacramento Kings, Paul George, $9,300 price tag, projected for 56% ownership, but with a 58% chance of being in the optimal lineup. I'm expecting George to play around 32 to 33 minutes tonight. He's averaged 1.31 DraftKings points per minute this season. But the other thing really working in George's favor is that with this being a short slate, there's just not a lot of guys that are capable of outscoring him with any sort of regularity. You don't have any pay up options on the slate. John Morant is questionable for Memphis. If he plays, he's the most expensive player at $9,800. If he doesn't play, George is the most expensive player at $9,300. There's plenty of value from San Antonio in particular, but also some other spots. So it's not like it's going to be difficult to get George into lineups. He doesn't need to go for 50 or 60 DraftKings points to be a useful piece tonight, with it only being a 3-game slate. So to recap, the top 3 tournament options on DraftKings: number 3, Reggie Jackson; number 2, Draymond Green; and number 1, Paul George.